Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Work at Home Rockstar podcast. Excited for today's guest. He's the CEO and founder of Strategy Sprints. And what he does is he helps business owners double their income in a short period of time. Very excited to be rocking out today with Simon Severino. Simon, hey, you ready to rock?
I'm ready. Hello, everybody.
Awesome. So we always start on a good note here. So tell me a story of success in your business or your life that we can be inspired by.
Today, I had the coaching closing session with the coaching client, and where we summarize what the journey was and the results. And he said, I'm now in a position. So he coaches. He coaches the big consultancies of the world, and he and his wife, he can now finally start their summer in April because they have reached all their yearly goals, and now they can enjoy family vacation much longer than usual. And so basically they say, all right, let's have a very long, beautiful summer because our business is, on autopilot. Let's enjoy life.
Right on. Doesn't it feel good to hear those types of stories from your clients?
Yeah.
Right on. And so what about you? Like how did you end up in this field?
I started 20 years ago and I'm still doing the same thing. And I just coach entrepreneurs on how to have a very resilient, a very impactful business and improve their sales, marketing, and operations. And so I started 20 years ago. And the world changed many times, but I sticked with the people I serve, which is entrepreneurs and small business owners. And because I sticked with the same people, their world changed, my world changed, but I serve always this same group of people. So first I could grow an audience over 20 years. And also I could learn with them and change with them and grow with them if I would have focused on a solution. That solution now would be super old. But since I focused on the problem that they have, I need more time and I need more sales. I am still relevant and I am still learning and I am still contributing.
Yeah, exactly. And those problems never go away. There's always going to be someone with those problems, right?
Yeah.
So now along that journey, 20 years, that's a long time. I'm wondering, we tend to hit bad notes along with our good notes. So can you tell me something that didn't go as planned and something that maybe we can avoid or recover from if it happens to us?
Oof, every day I have some people on my teams leaving, but I want them to stay here, but they leave for a better, bigger company. How many stories can I tell you? Every day some stuff breaks somewhere. We work in 3 continents, so something breaks all the time. Legal stuff, every country different legal situation, tax situation. So something breaks every day, multiple times in our team. And that's why we try to enjoy the journey. We know something will break. We know that tomorrow something will pop up that needs our attention. And so we try to embrace the journey, not just in 3 years, we will do this big vision. No. Tomorrow, I will enjoy tomorrow when stuff breaks and it needs me, and I will embrace it. I will show up with courage and I will solve it.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's how you know if you're an entrepreneur or not, if you embrace the things breaking, because I'm the same way. I love it when things break because that's a new challenge now to solve, right?
Exactly.
So now, how do you get good at what you do? I mean, I used to say practice makes perfect. Now I say practice makes progress. But tell me how you approach getting good at what you do.
I have 3 habits that I've been doing for 20 years. Daily habit, weekly habit, monthly habit. And we all do it in the team. And also, we share it with our clients. And there are even templates where later I can even share the tools with you. So the first one is the daily flow, which means every day I reflect. So tonight, when I'm done working, before I close down my work computer and my work day, this template asks me two things. So I wrote down how I allocated my time today. What did I do? 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 14, 16. What did I do in each hour? And then there are two reflective questions. Simon, of all the things that you did, which one will you delegate tomorrow? And the second question is, Simon, if tomorrow you would live more intentionally and more freely, what will you do tomorrow? So simple question, takes me just 5 minutes to answer them. And then I close my day. I create the flow of tomorrow. Now informed by this reflection, I now say, okay, tomorrow, 6 a.m., I'm going to do that, 7, 8, 9, etc. And so by doing that over time, I know now quite well what is a good flow of the day for me. And we are all working from home, right? So we need to create our own daily structure. This is really important, the one that nourishes us, and you need also boundaries in there. So I create my flow, I create my boundaries. And for me, it's because I have 3 kids. In the morning, I need me time before my kids wake up. So 2 hours before my kids wake up, it's my me time. I start with me. And then I serve, of course, them and my team and our clients, etc. And then in the evening, there is a clear boundary when I stop working and go over and I start either cooking or playing with my kids. And so that's hard boundaries. Whatever happens on the day, that's the hard boundary. And there will happen, something will always happen. That's why you need those boundaries. And then it says, I don't know, movie night or something that really happened. Whatever happens, that's movie night. And that's a daily flow, daily habit of not just doing stuff, but also learning from how I do stuff, how I can do it better tomorrow. Very old tool that probably the Egyptians already were using, but it's just helpful. It's just helpful. And I find things that I will delegate. This is how I went from being a solopreneur 5 years ago to running now a global business and being 2 levels above fulfillment. Just with this simple practice, because I have identified things to delegate. I started with accounting. I hate it. And I said, okay, next week I delegate accounting. And then, I delegated operations and then marketing. And the last bit was sales. And so I delegated all the things. Now I have a business that runs even without me. But you start with the daily habit.
What is the thing that you think you need to continue to do yourself and that you can't delegate?
5 things that I cannot delegate as a CEO. First one is the company vision. Having it clear, having it so simple that everybody understands, and making sure everybody knows it when they enter from the first second they enter the team, and every week to remind them. So vision. The second is hiring. Nobody can hire for you. Of course, some of my people in my team now, they also hire completely alone, and I don't even see those people. That's also fine. But key roles you have to hire. Like, the most important, the vital roles, head of marketing, head of sales, head of operations, you have to hire those people. And then, so hiring. And with hiring comes also firing. Not many people talk about it, but sometimes you have to fire. It's not fun for anybody. And there are better ways of doing it and worse way of doing it. And we learned it the hard way. But it's important. And sometimes it needs to happen. It needs to happen quick and professionally. And so we had vision, we have hiring and firing. The next thing is optimizing the systems. So who will improve, who will work on the business versus in the business? Who will improve form, fit, and function of your sales system? Form, fit, and function of your marketing system? Form, fit, and function of your client onboarding, operations, delivery system. I think that's the job of the CEO in a small business. And of course, if you are a bigger business, you have whole departments doing that. But I guess it's like us, small businesses here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's your job, working on the business. Because if nobody works on the business, I have very bad news. You will burn out probably, because you are always just doing the solutions for your clients. But who is solving your problems? Nobody. So they pile up, and at some point it's just overwhelming.
Wow. So we had the vision, we had the hiring and the firing. Are those two things or one thing?
Yeah, you can count them both ways, I think. You can.
And
And
then there's systems and processes, I guess. So
working on the business, yes. And then the growth related tasks. Growth tasks are, for example, joint venture partnerships, finding affiliate partners, the many small affiliate partners. I like to have 50 affiliate partners per year. So a weekly affiliate partner out there sending an email to their list saying, hey, Simon is a cool chap. This is what he can do. Check him out. But also one big joint venture partner. For example, my joint venture partner of this year is Google. And Google has a program called Grow with Google. It's for small companies. They bring 6,000 people together. Then they say, all right, this is the growth stage. Go to Simon. And then I work live on their sales problems and we solve stuff. It's a win-win-win situation. Google gets brownie points for doing good stuff. Simon gets clients and they get growth. So it's win-win-win. And so you want time dedicated, because it will take you 12 months, 16 months to find a big platform as joint venture partner. You have to curate that relation, find that relation, curate that relation over years. So, but that's an important growth lever to having strategic partnerships.
Yeah.
And yeah, these things I cannot delegate.
Wow. Very good list. That's really cool. I mean, we talk a lot about what we want to delegate, but it's very rare that we talk about the things that you should not be delegating. And it's funny that some of that stuff ends up, especially the firing, would be something that people would want to delegate, right? But you probably shouldn't, right?
That would be very strange.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get someone on your team to do all the fire. Like, I mean, if you're a huge company with HR teams and all that stuff, maybe, but even still, you as a CEO should probably have some hand in how you're managing your people, right?
I think having hard conversations is the thing that you need to model. You are the role model for what are the standards. And so if the standard that you show is whatever is hard, you just push it away, you are creating a very toxic culture. And I guess you want to have other values like courage, transparency, fairness, respect, but also velocity, resilience, that you live and that you do every day, you practice. And by practicing them, they will become your team culture.
Yeah. And you get better over time and you get more used to it, and it gets easier over time as well, right?
Yes, it gets slightly better. It's never fun, but you get quicker and you get more professional in doing it.
Yeah. And you probably get better at the hiring side of it too, because of what you've learned about why you needed to fire, right?
Oh, hiring is so tough. So I just wrote this book, Strategy Sprints, and the chapter 12 and chapter 13 are my hiring checklists, my blueprints, literally how I hire. And so 20 years of hiring, and it's still two quite big chapters. And I still look it up every week and go, what did I forget? This is not going well. What did I forget? Let me go through the list. Oh, I forgot this part. It's like a checklist for myself. So still after practicing, hiring is quite a tough thing because it takes time. It's a ton of interviews. You get it wrong many times. I have picked the wrong people and onboarded them. I have picked the right people, onboarded them, lost them 3 months later because they go. So all these things will happen. It is a long journey. Don't expect it to be easy cheesy. That's why I'm sharing the blueprints with everybody. And we coach every day dozens of entrepreneurs. And hiring is not easy, but it's easier with blueprints.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Okay, so now what about tools of success? So what kinds of tools do you use to create success for yourself and also for the clients that you coach?
We have created 274 tools that we share with our clients. One of them you just heard is the daily flow. So it's a template. There's the iPad version, there's the spreadsheet version, whatever you like using better. We share them with them and they use it every day. They screenshot it, we coach them. So these kind of tools, we have 274. Now, maybe we pick just three of them. One we had is the daily flow. The second is the weekly habit, has also a tool. The weekly habit is get me my marketing numbers, sales numbers, and operations numbers of this week reported in a simple way, visual way. I want to see a dashboard and I want to see, are we going in the right direction at the right pace? And that is told to you by getting your 3 marketing numbers, 3 sales numbers, and 3 ops numbers. Even when I was a solopreneur, I had already this spreadsheet. It's 3 visual things. It says marketing, and then you see it either going up or down. For example, the number of marketing is how many people were on our website today, unique visitors of this week, how many do really want something from us, and how many did we call? 3 marketing numbers on the left. And I just visually see if it's going up or down. Then in the middle, the sales numbers. And I literally say, okay, how many discovery calls did we have? How many demo calls did we have? How much did we close in euro or US dollars or Australian dollars? And you see it there. That's the chiging number. And you want to see it going up. And then the third one, the operations number, how many clients became super fans. And you measure that by number of client referrals. They did refer you to somebody. And so how many referrals this week? 6. It's 2 more than average. Wow, cool. And so it's a little celebration because it's a very important feedback loop. And you want to have these 3 things, and seeing them in front of you makes things simpler, and you are more connected to your reality. Otherwise, you decide based on narratives. Let's do more LinkedIn. Why? It feels like it's working. Okay, show me the numbers. And so then you have your numbers and you know, oh, LinkedIn is not working, but podcast is working. Okay, then let's do more podcasts.
Wow. So you're tracking everything.
3 numbers in marketing, 3 numbers in sales, 3 numbers in operations, but we track basically in real time. Every 7 days when we come together, we review them and learn from them. Oh, look, there is a slight variation here. 0.2 hours more watch time on YouTube. Oh, interesting. Was it the topic? Was it the time of publishing? Did you do something different? Oh, yeah, Simon, I sent it to the newsletter 10 minutes before. Oh, let's look at those 10 minutes. Maybe we do it now 15 minutes before. That's how you find the weak signals and improve your business every week. That's the strategy sprints method. Pick the few vital metrics, have them always in front of you, and every 7 days, learn from them. Find out what works, do more of that. Find out what doesn't work, cut it.
Well, I'm seeing a pattern in your systems. They're all based on tracking and then reviewing, and tracking and reviewing over and over again, right?
Doing, learning, doing, learning, doing, learning. That's the loop. That's the scientific method. That's the entrepreneurial method.
Entrepreneurial method too. Yeah, absolutely. So now what about cash flow and keeping the hat full? I mean, a lot of times we can get kind of pulled away and get, you mentioned, tools and lots of things that you might be looking at because someone said LinkedIn is great. So all of a sudden you spend all your time doing that, or someone says this tool is great or that tool is great, or you should hire this person. How do you make sure that you're making more than you're spending?
This is a very important question right now in this environment, because many listening right now do not have enough revenue. The revenue is not more than the costs, so there is no profit, or too low of a profitability. So let's look at those things. First, if you're not doing enough revenue, this is what you start doing this week. Write it down. all your activities, you triage them by, do they contribute to one of these three things? One is, does this activity lead to 25% more conversions from existing leads? Yes, no. Does this activity lead to 25% more frequency of your sales, either a faster sale or an upsell, cross-sell that happens 25% more? And the third one is, does this activity lead to you charging 25% more for the same thing, which would be via a better positioning? If it really contributes to one of these three things, prioritize it, keep it. If it doesn't, stop doing it for a month. Stop for a month. Cut costs, cut energy, save a ton of money and a ton of headache. Just don't do it for a month. Just do for a month only these things that contribute to these three things. It's a great exercise. Now you have more revenue, okay? Now in 30 days, you have more revenue. We do this every week with dozens of people. It doubles their revenue in 90 days. That's why we can promise, and our program is called Double Your Revenue in 90 Days. It's a 90 days coaching program.
Wow.
And that's why they double their revenue, because we make sure that these three things happen. Now, when you've done that, now you have more revenue. That's not over, because more revenue just means, okay, you have more oxygen. But oxygen alone is not enough in your body, right? So you really want to have more profits. Most people don't know their profit. So, of course, we have a template for that people can download. It's the cash flow management template. It's a spreadsheet that is a little bit different from your usual financial reports. So I changed it because I needed it in a different way. First, not monthly. I needed well, some get this annually. Some get it twice a year. You want it at least monthly, okay? At least monthly, you get your profits first, then revenues, then costs position, the costs of marketing, cost of sales, cost of operations. And then you want fixed cost, variable costs, and then you want cash flow. What's coming in, what's getting out, and then you want expectations. Who expects money from you soon, and who do you expect money from soon, pending. And when you have that, simple as that, on one page every month, now you have a cash flow system. Before that, you are guessing and wildly surviving, but you don't have a cash flow system. So make sure you get that from your accountants, or you make it. And now we have to look at the profitabilities. How do you raise profitability? First, go through the costs position, turn fixed costs into variable costs. It's much easier than you think. You can do this with suppliers, with employees, with yourself, with many cost positions where you think they must be fixed. They don't need to be fixed. You want to have more costs when you have more clients and less costs when you have less clients. It's natural. You want to move it with the demand. So costs should move with your demand, with your amount of work, and not be always fixed. That's one of the problems that you need to solve. And the second problem is how you charge and when you charge. So go from charging per time at the end of the month. That's the worst thing to do. Stop doing that. Move to a retainer, a monthly subscription retainer. That's second best. And then ideally, with the help of a sprint coach, you move to package paid upfront. Before you do anything, the whole package is paid. That's ideal because this creates the best cash flow for you. Now you have a reliable and also sales forecast and a reliable cash flow. And now you know, okay, I can afford this key position in that month, I can afford this expenses in that month. Now you have a cash flow management system.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So much gold there. Now the last thing you mentioned about moving from hourly to packages, I'm 100% on board with that. I've moved everything. I try to never do anything by the hour, but I find that that's actually one of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs find hard to position with their clients. So how would you, let's just say, someone's working by the hour, how would you position it to translate them into retainer or into a package model?
There are 8 things that we need to do, and it takes us around 14, 15 days to do it with our clients. And these are positioning steps, because when you get the positioning right, then the package will flow easy. For example, Apple has a great positioning. If you go into an Apple store, try to negotiate anything in there. It doesn't work. Why? The package is perfect. They did the 8 things that we do with our clients. And so when you go in, there's can I have a little bit more of a complicated symbol on the left side? They go to Windows. No, we are Apple here. This is the package. And this is what we stand for, and this is the reason, and this is how it feels, and this is why it's overpriced, and this is why you buy it only if you really want it. And then the people who are not the right people will go away, and the few nerds who like it will pay much more than they should pay, and will be happy to pay. So I am happy every year to pay too much money for these things because they work really well. They give me exactly what I need. So I don't think about those. I don't know. I could spend $600 less on something else. No, this is exactly what I came for.
Yeah. And I think you mentioned a couple of really good things. Number one is that by doing it in a package way, or even in a retainer way, but more like a package way, it gives you the best chance to provide the best experience for your client, right? And then the second thing is you also have to be willing to let people go, because some people are just not going to want to do it that way. They're going to want that hourly, whatever it is, because they think they're getting a deal that way. They're not, right? I mean, we know that after you've kind of experienced selling things in packages and doing retainers, but the client thinks that they're getting a better deal that way, right? So I think that that's the thing, is that we have to be willing to kind of say, you know what, maybe this is not the right fit. And I think we do have a hard time doing that, right?
First years, you take too many clients and you say too many yeses. Then later on with experience, you start saying, I think this is not the right thing for you. And you're a little bit afraid when you say it. Oh my God, will I have enough revenue this month? But then you do it, you see that your level of integrity goes up, and the people who are your client resonate much better. So you have more referrals, you have more happy clients, et cetera, et cetera. You have so many positive loops that a couple months later, a couple years later, you don't think about revenue problems anymore, because you have such a high integrity of what people need and what people get. The fit is so high that now you have a reinforcing positive loop. The right people come now and they tell others who are also the right people about your offer.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, your integrity goes up. And one of the things that I know that I do when I'm talking about packages versus hourly is, to the client, they know what they're paying, right? I mean, if you're doing by the hour, then who knows what the bill is going to end up being. So
Yes.
Sometimes you can just change your wording slightly, right?
Yes, and I don't trust them to be an expert, because if somebody is an expert, they tell me more, like a doctor. They say, "Oh, Simon, yes, you want a headache pill, but I tell you what you need, and I tell you the way you are gonna take it, and I tell you the duration, and I tell you what you need to do." And I know, I see it in your face, Simon. It's not what you want to have. You just want to have a pill, a prescription for a pill. but you don't get it. Okay, I am the doctor. I'm here, the expert. I tell you what you need. You need 3 weeks of not eating salad or whatever, right? And I go, oh, but no, don't touch my diet plan, right? I tell you what you need, will the expert say, and that's usually a good expert. Nobody will say, yeah, I don't know, let's find out. It's $30 an hour and let's find out what you need. It's very different proposition.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Any time that I'm tempted to charge by the hour, it is actually because I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. So I don't want to take the risk, right?
Exactly.
But
I did it for many years. The day
yeah.
rate. I'm a consultant, so I had a day rate.
Yeah.
That was before I really honed in my practice and did it enough hundreds and thousands then later of time to know exactly what it is. Now it's 90 days program. I can tell you exactly what happens in month 1. We free you up from the weeds so that you have time to work on the business, not in the business. In month 2, we improve your sales. In month 3, we improve your marketing. I tell you exactly what happens in each week. I tell you exactly the average outcome, and depending on your current context and maturity level, what you can expect in additional sales in which month. And then after I tell you all of that, you go, Simon, you really know your stuff. I'm in. It's quite de-risked because you did this hundreds of times. You know what happens in which week. You are curating it. You are attentive to it. You care about it. You improve it. You are looking at it obviously every day. So, hey, let's go. It sounds totally de-risked.
Yeah, absolutely. Right on. I love what you're saying. So now, that does lead us right into the next part, which is your guest solo. So tell me more about these programs and how we can get started.
Oh yeah, I just did it, right? So yeah, it's a 90 days program. It's called Double Your Revenue in 90 Days. And it's for solopreneurs and small businesses who want to, improve their sales. And month 1 is regaining the freedom that they initially was the reason why they started the business in the first place. You started because you want more freedom to do whatever you want, whatever you are here to do, and less of that stuff that other people should do. So, but then the opposite happens, right? When Papa, dinner is ready. Where are you? Say, I'm coming. Give me just 10 minutes. Oh. Now the business runs me. I don't run the business. The business runs me, and we all know that. And so when you get to that point and you go, I need to change something in the business model here in the way I operate it. That's when the sprint is for you. You get a one-to-one sprint coach. It's 24/7 for 90 days. You can always tag them. It's like Spider-Man and his guy in the chair. Spider-Man is in action, needs to kick the left door or the right door. What should I do? Should I kick the left door or the right door? Give me a moment, says the guy in the chair. Kick the left door because behind the right door there is a cactus. Okay, this kind of coach is what you get 24/7. And that's why in month 1, you can regain 10 to 14 hours per week of your time by organizing stuff better, automating, delegating, cutting. In month 2, we improve your sales. And in month 3, we improve marketing because now you have something that is a machine that works. Now is the first time where marketing makes sense. And I know this is counterintuitive. Everybody goes, do marketing. No, don't do marketing before you have perfect operations and perfect sales system. And then you go and tell people about it because now it's time for marketing.
Agree 100%. So who would be your ideal, you describe your ideal client that would get the most out of this program from you?
It's a B2B business. They are doing 35K per month right now. There are 5 people. 3 of them are not on payroll, just freelancers. And they really care about their clients. And their clients are also business leaders in their area. And they are their trusted partner. They want to stay it. They want to stay sharp, stay best in class in their field. That's our ideal client.
Awesome. So now how do we find out more about this? Where do we get information?
We hang out at strategysprints.com. And if you like reading books and need those checklists, Strategy Sprints is the book available right now wherever you buy books. if you buy it on Amazon, please leave me a review. Amazon loves that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's a nice looking cover too. Well done.
Thanks.
Right on. So thank you so much for rocking out with me today, Simon. This has been a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. Keep rolling, everybody.
Great. And to the listeners, make sure you subscribe, rate, and comment. We'll see you next time on the Work at Home Rockstar podcast.